business of our nation goes forward. These United States are confronted with an economic affliction of great proportions. We suffer from the longest and one of the worst sustained inflations in our national history. It distorts our economic decisions, penalizes thrift, and crushes the struggling young and the fixed-income elderly alike. It threatens to shatter the lives of millions of our people. Idle industries have cast workers into unemployment, human misery, and personal indignity. Those who do work are denied a fair return for their labor by a tax system which penalizes successful achievement and keeps us from maintaining full productivity.
Under Idaho law, citizens can get an initiative on the ballot for a vote if they can get signatures from 6% of eligible voters statewide. As a part of that total, campaigns need signatures from 6% of voters in 18 of Idaho's 35 legislative districts. New legislation, Senate Bill 1110, aims to change that second requirement to getting 6% of voters in all 35 districts, not just 18.
In the narrative of liberal America, the states of flyover country are often portrayed as bastions of reactionary politics, in which any form of progressive struggle is ultimately futile. Such a narrative serves to reinforce a sense of smug cultural superiority on the part of some upper-class liberals. Indeed, the notion that reform and change in the rural Midwest is impossible often provides the Democratic Party with a rationale for the abandonment of these territories to Republican control. However, the reality of politics in rural America is far more complex than many assume. This week we talked to Luke Mayville, the co-founder of Reclaim Idaho, about both the opportunities and pitfalls facing those seeking to engender progressive reform in the heart of, quote, Trump country. We'll discuss these things and more. This is Revolution.
Medicaid expansion would have made it on the ballot under these proposed rules.
Luke Mayville is co-founder of Reclaim Idaho, the grassroots group that gathered thousands of signatures across Idaho to get Medicaid expansion on the ballot in 2018. Mayville says the current standards, which have been in place for the last 8 years, are already very tough. In those 8 years, 15 initiatives have been proposed and only 2 have made it on the ballot.
I think that's absolutely true. What the legislature is trying to do is to make it almost impossible to qualify either an initiative or a referendum on the ballot.
I respectfully disagree.
Representative Jim Addis is carrying Senate Bill 1110 with Senator Steve Vick. Addis says the idea is about inclusion of all Idaho counties, not taking power from the people.
What it does is serve to have all of the districts in Idaho participate in the gathering of signatures to be able to put an initiative on the ballot. From my perspective, again, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I'm trying to make sure that we have all corners of Idaho represented, especially with the demographic shifts we're seeing around the country to more urbanized areas.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.